In this demo, an AI helps a bakery prepare 3 images: a logo, a color tweak, and a launch banner. On the left, the agent reads the Nano Banana Pro skill markdown, about 250 lines of Python, TypeScript, and curl examples. On the right, String opens the Nano Banana Pro app. The agent gets a focused runtime surface instead of SDK setup nodes. Both sides need a Gemini API key before generating images. On the left, the agent has to read where the key goes, export Gemini API key, and keep that environment assumption in mind while writing fresh SDK code. On the right, the agent sets Gemini API key once in the app scope. Every action uses it from there. First, both sides generate the logo. On the left, the agent imports the SDK, builds the request, calls generate content, decodes the base64 image, and saves the file. On the right, the agent calls the generate action with a prompt and a file name. The runtime handles the rest. Next, both sides edit the logo, swapping the bread for cookies while keeping everything else identical. On the left, the agent reads the file, base64 encodes it, builds a new request, then parses and saves the response. On the right, the edit actions description already includes the drift prevention pattern, so the agent's prompt comes out specific by default. Finally, both sides compose the launch banner, combining the logo and the croissant photo. On the left, the agent encodes every reference image, pushes each one into the contents array, then calls the API again. On the right, the agent calls a compose action with a prompt and the image file names, up to 5 at once. The traditional way used about 3,000 tokens, reading the skill manual, setting up the key, and writing fresh Python for each image. With String, only about 500 tokens, 1 app-scoped key, and 3 commands shared the same runtime, with best practice prompts baked into the actions.